On Collins with Pelham entrepreneur Gary Grimard, who is the CEO of Sun Lifelight. Very exciting product. Is it basically a desk lamp that treats seasonal affective disorder?
Correct, and improves productivity for everyone.
So how does it work, Gary?
So the humans are built with a particular non-visual sensor in the eye, in the retina. It's called an intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cell. Those cells are laced with a photoreceptor called melanopsin. And melanopsin is peak sensitive at a particular wavelength of light, the color of which looks like a sky blue. So it's aqua in color, 480 nanometers for those technically astute. And as we know, white light has every color in the rainbow. That particular wavelength is the one that triggers a response mechanism in every human to be awake, alert, productive, and focused during the day. So cavemen did not wake with alarms. They woke with the sun, the rising sun, and they were productive during the day based on the hormonal balance that they realized from being out in the sun. When evening came, that hormonal balance, called their circadian rhythm, serotonin being the wake hormone and melatonin being the sleep hormone, were perfectly regulated because of their operation during the day outdoors in the sun. And then in the evening, when the sun went down, they slept soundly most of the time. These days, we've grown to accept our dysfunction as far as circadian rhythm is concerned as a result of our moving indoors. And the vast majority of the population globally spends a lot of their time indoors and out of the sun's beneficial rays. We've seen growth at epidemic proportions of type 2 diabetes, obesity, depression, SSRIs, or serotonin reuptake inhibitors. That's the most prescribed pharmaceutical drug in the world today. And that's because it treats depression by suppressing the reuptake of serotonin, which is the wake hormone. Naturally, sunlight helps with that. So when you're out in the sun, most everybody's hormonal balance is in perfect working condition, and your circadian rhythm is in tune. Everything about you, your metabolism rate, etc., is improved, and you're less lethargic when you're out in the sun. I think all of us intrinsically understand that if it's a rainy day, we usually prefer it to be sunny. There's a physiological reason for that. So, bottom line is, everybody benefits from delivering that 480 nanometers to our eyes while we work during the day. And that's what we've done. So we've revolutionized light therapy that's been around forever, or 30 years anyway, and made it usable in the work environment.
It's a beautiful sunny day today in October. To bring sunlight into this room, I guess there's two options. We could take the roof off of your house, or we could turn on the Sun Lifelight, right?
Correct. That's well said, because lots of people comment about increasing the number of windows. And in fact, building architecture has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to improve the number or increase the number of windows in office buildings. Of course, you're dealing with 4 walls typically, so you only have a certain amount of square area that you can put windows in. But these days, the latest technology as far as windows are concerned are great at filtering out the beneficial wavelengths of light. So all the glazing that's done to maintain energy efficiency precludes the wavelengths that are effective for improving our mood and productivity from getting in. Now, it does do a good job of illuminating the interior offices, but also on cloudy days, overcast days, you don't get nearly the amount of light, even on sunny days, that are required to increase the productivity.
So are you going to turn one of these on for us there?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can see that we have one set up. And
Oh,
this
right up
is
here, yeah.
the typical configuration
Okay.
would be to use it at your workstation.
Yeah.
And we have an app that actually controls it. So this is also unique to us. We've taken advantage of the Internet of Things phenomena, where we can take outside inputs from sensor-based systems like wearable technology, Fitbits, Jawbone, the Apple Watch, that monitor your sleep, for instance, and we can read in on the user's recommendation what their sleep quality was the night before. We'll include that in our calculation algorithm and recommend the perfect amount of sunlight for that particular day to compensate for poor sleep, for less activity, own personal schedule. So it's a Bluetooth connection between the lamp and the app. We can also plug directly into a PC workstation, so you don't have to use a mobile device. But in this case, we are. So now the lamp is connected, and in this alpha version of the app, we're able to set the levels of color, and this mix gets us to that sky blue 480 nanometer selection.
Wow.
We can set the amount of time, and this will be done automatically in the production version of the app based on the user's selection, and then we hit run and the lamp comes on.
Wow. Look at this.
And we can increase the intensity, and the comfort that people feel is different. We're all built differently, so what we've done is enabled the personalization of how much sunlight each individual could use. Some people that we've evaluated it with at Digital Credit Union, for instance, they wanted it at the extreme intensity level and felt that that was the way that they could operate. Some others wanted it at the lowest levels to increase their comfort. Some wanted just the green, some wanted the mix, and some wanted just the blue. So it's the color of our eye, the size of our brow, all of those elements come into play when it comes to establishing the right amount of sunlight to improve people's optimum performance.
Now, that is not particularly illuminating everything in the room, right? It's providing the sunlight benefits?
Right. So this particular model is purely to deliver the sunlight benefits. It's not a work illumination product or a task light. We will be incorporating task lighting into subsequent product releases, but for the time being, we expect that most everybody will have a desk lamp of some sort to illuminate the work surface, and this shines out of your field of view. So when you're looking at your workstation, your eye level eliminates the colored light and avoids any glare impact. So once you're working, the effective wavelength will enter the eye, and you'll improve your productivity without noticing that the light is actually there.
Wow, okay. And you've tested this, I would imagine, on people to see what they think of the benefits of having the Sun Lifelight?
Yeah, so the good news is that, again, 30 years worth of use, real-world use, and competitors that have produced product that produce the same colored light and have been effective, eliminates the need for us to really test the efficacy of this color. So that's all been well proven by very many great companies, Phillips in particular. So Phillips is the market share leader with a product similar to ours, if I may. So this is the Phillips product. It's called the Go Light Blue, and it sits on your desktop, unable to shine it into the eye the way the sun would, downward at a 30-degree angle. And that's what our innovation is. We are repurposing or purpose-building a productivity-enhancing light to be used in a workstation environment.
So you believe you have enhanced the delivery system and attached it to an app?
That's
also,
correct.
That's
correct.
Is that an innovation also?
Yes. Yep.
Right.
No one else
Yeah.
has that combination. And of course, it's patent pending. So we have the app
Yeah.
and the lamp patent pending. Right now, it's configured as a desk lamp. We'll have different attachment mechanisms that will, in a cubicle type environment, be able to attach to different areas within the cubicle. But all of our competitors are, again, purpose-built for seasonal affective disorder treatment. That means you take time out of your day, you sit in front of their light therapy devices, which work very well, but it requires you to take time out, not during your workday. So by using our lamp during the entire workday, you have a consistently productive, physiological benefit. And based on the individual user, you'll know how much our app learns. So over time, we get smarter and smarter about how much you in particular would need for sunlight. We'll know when to stop the delivery so that when you do go home, your melatonin levels are at the right level so that you get a sound sleep. We'll know how intense to put the light and what color mix to get closest to that 480 nanometers. So these are all unique elements to the Sun Lifelight system.
Gary, thank you for the explanation, and good luck with the product and selling it to the world. I guess you're very optimistic.
Yeah, we are. We've had some great things happen. We're engaging with UNH on a research and development process for a new type of LED that will help us build lamps that are more effective. We've also gained traction as one of the finalists, top 25 finalists, in a global Staples-sponsored contest called Crowd to Shelf, where people can buy the lamp today by going to that particular website. We've also just received notice from an event sponsored by Richard Branson of Virgin Atlantic fame. The contest is called Extreme Tech Challenge, and we are one of the finalists for that particular challenge as well. So we are looking to press forward as quickly as possible because the lamp will help people most directly during the fall and winter seasons. Although our education process will show that no matter where you live, no matter what kind of weather you deal with, if you're working indoors, you'll benefit from the use of the lamp. But in the early days, most people that suffer during the winter and fall seasons when the days are shorter, that's where most people it will resonate most quickly with, and there's a lot of demand for the product. So we're eager to get into production, and any help that the readership can provide would be most appreciated.